Hey y'all, welcome back to Genuine BS with Brittany and Shayna. Hi Shayna.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Of France. How are you?
Brittany of France, of Southern
Yes.
France. No, just Brittany of the Shy. I'm a Chicagoan, so Chicagoan
Okay.
with a little bit of Philly sprinkled in there.
Go Eagles.
Go Birds! Okay,
Okay.
so I don't know when this episode's gonna air, so I don't know how long it'll be.
But I heard Eagles fans, they celebrate for like 3 years.
Yes, because there's not much that comes. They gotta hold on. No, don't clap. Keep that shit in there. The reels, the feels.
Yeah.
It's real, the feels. But no, I figure I was like, if Philly's going to destroy the city, whether they win or lose. So it is what it is. But yeah, go Birds, go Birds. It's nice.
Can I ask you a question?
That was a question.
Another question.
Oh, fix the
My
attitude.
face?
The attitude.
Yes,
Yes,
because
you can
it's
ask
warm.
me.
Look, if you guys haven't noticed, I get that way when I get warm and hot, and you're like, well, you got that sweater on. No, it's a little bit warm in here, but it's coming down. Or maybe it's just me.
It's just you because
Is
I'm
it?
comfy.
Are you?
I'm very comfortable. What's your question, Shayna?
My question
Shayna.
is, I know. Oh, Victor. What is the green mascot? Is it the baseball team?
Oh, the Phillies.
Yeah.
I don't know what that thing is. There's like a name for it. I'm gonna say it wrong. I don't know what it is. Google it. It's like
Let me look it up.
producer. Um, where is she? It's Herbie, Furby, Gerby, Gruffy, something. I'm not from Philadelphia. I'm from Chicago. I said a little bit of sprinkled in.
Philly Fanatic?
No,
No.
I don't know. It's like Gruffy.
It says, okay, maybe he's a
It's-
different name. But I'm looking at
no.
him right now. Philly Fanatic.
No, it's something. I can tell you exactly what it is. Hold on. Wait, let's see. Let's give it a
Who
second.
are we calling? Who's this
phoning a
lifeline are
friend.
you using?
We're phoning a friend
Phoning
on the
a
podcast.
friend?
Hey, babe. What's the name of the green mascot
For the Phillies.
for the Phillies?
Philly Fanatic.
I told you!
Okay, where did I get Gruffy from? Wait, what was the purple thing from McDonald's?
Ramen.
Yeah, that
Robin? That is not his name. Is it really? It sounds like it shouldn't be Robin.
The Flyers.
Flyers.
Guy is called. I should know this.
You should know this. Oh, you're on air.
You're on air.
You're on air.
Gritty. I believe.
Gritty.
Okay.
That's who I'm thinking of. The Flyers
Okay,
thing.
okay,
So
okay.
wait a minute. So the Flyers and the Phillies have green things, babe?
I think Gritty's orange, isn't it?
Oh shit, Gritty is orange. I told you I'm a Chicagoan with a little bit of Philly sprinkled in there.
That's fine.
Are you okay that we have your
Philly Fanatics from Galapagos Islands too.
the Philly fanatic is from Galapagos Island?
Oh.
That's interesting. Are you okay that I have your voice on my podcast?
Yeah, I don't care.
I know you're all, you do your thing. So do I get a free 99 for this one?
Ooh.
A what?
A free 99.
Yeah, I won't charge you anything.
Appreciate you.
I'll be a groupie.
I'll let you work it off.
He said, I'll let you work it off. Bye, boy.
Bye.
That's funny. You know what that reminds me of is I remember when we were all on the phone not so long ago and we were FaceTiming and I was ironing my clothes and I think you were like doing like this with your neck and I was just like, what's wrong? And I was just like trying to make sure you're okay. You didn't have like a headache and you're like, oh, I have a crook in my
I
neck.
had a crook in my neck. Yeah.
So we had this whole like debate or just conversation discussion, right? Between the three of us, between me, you, and your husband on like, do you say, is it crook in my neck or is it I have a kink or my neck is sore? Like, what is it for you? So I knew when I was growing up, it was just
Crook.
like, I always say crook. Like,
I
there's
got
a crook in my neck. Right?
And I think Matt says he kinked his neck. He was like, I kinked my neck.
How do you kink your neck?
I don't know. I mean,
Like,
how do you crook you? How you get a crook in your neck? A crook, when I hear crook, I think
Like-
this. I think you got one of these.
You know
in
what I
there,
think
and
of?
it's just like,
Oh.
I didn't get it like that.
I did.
Oh, good. That's even better. I got mine from sleeping on my pillow wrong, but I love getting a crook, or if I can get a kink out of my kink.
Oh, no.
No?
That's not where I went.
Oh.
I did, but not in that way.
Okay.
I was thinking more Magic Mike type.
Okay.
That's where it went for me. But I was also thinking of when you did like this, I'm thinking of like, when you do Mississippi.
Curve
I was
in
thinking
his-
that. But I was thinking of like Mississippi, like cricket letter.
Can I get cricket letter, yeah. But no,
Humpback,
that was
humpback.
from, yeah. What was that from?
No, so I learned that when I was young.
I know, but what song is that from? I'm thinking
Oh, I
Nelly,
can't
but
remember.
he's St. Louis. He's not Miss
He's
Cricket
not.
Letter. I don't know.
Well, it's Mississippi, so I don't know. Hopefully, it's somebody from Mississippi who did
not
it.
Trick Daddy. Where he
no,
from? Where he
Trick
from?
Daddy loved the kids.
He
though.
loved the kids though.
Yeah,
I
like
don't
my
know.
daddy. He loved the kids.
I didn't meet your father.
No, you haven't.
Well,
Well,
you'll
he
never
hasn't
meet
been
my,
here.
my daddy dead. But
I'm sorry.
my other daddy alive. You gonna meet him? I think you have met him, Donald. You met him.
But no, my daddy, he hasn't come to visit yet. We've been trying to get him down. Well, I can't say that. We haven't been trying to get him down, but I've
It's
talked
okay.
about him being here. And it's just, he has so many things going on. But we go up there to see him. And it's
That's
not.
nice.
Yeah. And it always works out.
That's good.
Yeah, it always works out.
Oh, what was I about to say? I'm sorry. I'm going
Crooked
back.
letter?
I'm going back. No, not the crooked letter. The
Kinky neck?
yes, the crook in my neck. Well, I'm gonna bring this up later because I want to get back to the Super Bowl and all that. But the crook in my neck, I wonder if that's like a racial thing. Because Matt he goes, no, I kinked my neck. And you say crook in my neck. White producer, do you say crook or kink?
This white producer says kink.
See, I think
Maybe
it
it
is.
is.
It may be a racial thing. It may be a
Wow.
cultural thing.
Cultural. Let's say
'Cause
cultural.
It's not because there's my babies. They can say both because they both. Speaking of both, I'm not gonna go there.
What you
I
gonna
told
do?
Matt one day. I was like, they can't. I can't say this on
Okay.
air. Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna have Josh go beep
I
and
know.
then come back to it. No, I told Matt one day they can't say the full. They can say can't say the full because they only have black.
I cannot. She said you don't have enough to be able to complete it.
You don't have enough. It's in there, but some of the
She's a good dancer, your youngest.
yeah.
She loves to dance. I think I was just thinking of her last night when I was brushing my teeth with my daughter, and she like loves a good tune, girl. When she was like young, it wasn't embarrassing, but I was just like, oh my goodness. When she was like a baby, I remember I was like returning things because it was COVID. I had my daughter in COVID. And so when I was returning things in like Nordstrom's, I remember like being in a line, having my mask on, and it was just like a country song on. And she was like,
Baby girl?
baby girl.
Oh, my
I was like,
goodness.
okay. Like it was Timberland on.
Who'd she get that from?
Well, I like to, maybe from her father. I know, I do. I
'Cause
love
I'm
to
like,
dance.
are you-
I do. I love
where
it.
are we
Well, I
going with
can't
this?
dance around him, right? He ain't gonna let me dance. He gonna be like, nope, sit here.
Oh my
Sheena.
goodness! When we went to Houston and we went out that night,
Wasn't
it was
it so much fun?
much fun.
It was so much fun.
Oh, just dancing, and it was a chill place. The place had just opened,
Yeah.
right? I can't think. It was like off the record, off the wall,
Yeah, off
something
the
like
record,
that.
I
Off
think
the
it was,
record,
but it was so much
and
fun.
it was so much fun. And like we went upstairs to get a drink, and you was like, this big man. He
Yes.
had to be like Shaq, like
He
just
was that
huge.
tall.
You was like, man, it must suck always being the smallest man in a room or something
Yeah,
like
you remember
that.
that?
I was like, this girl.
And he was like, yeah, it's hard.
It's hard, but
It's
it wasn't.
hard up
He
there.
ended up being the bodyguard for
I think it was like, was the ones that
Meet
sing
Me
like
at
ice
the
cream?
altar. No, it was no. It was Jagged Edge.
Jagged
Jagged
Edge.
Edge, yeah.
Yeah. He was so fun. Well,
They-
not the Jagged Edge. Well, I mean,
I was
we
gonna say
didn't.
they still need bodyguard.
Well, I'm saying the bodyguard. He was just. I thought that was just. He gave into the funny. So
Yeah, that was
I appreciate
cute.
it. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
nice versus like being like a jerk, which he could have been if he wanted to be.
If he
because
wanted to be.
because he was working.
It helps
So,
that you cute. He
I think
said,
that was
"Oh."
it. But they can still be jerks.
They can still be
to the-
jerks.
They're like, girl, move.
Especially if what Maya said it best. The singer, I can't stand a man who thinks he looks better than me.
I don't know
You heard that
that.
song?
No.
Single, sexy, and
You're
sweet.
doing it. I still don't know
Making
it.
my own money. Okay, whatever. There is guys out there that's like, I'm the sexy one in a relationship. Like, nah, bro, I don't care if you cute. That don't faze me because I'm fine. Like, I don't know. I think that's very feminine, but
Well, that's like Drake then.
no, it's Terrence Howard. I remember reading that article that he was like, I need any girl I'm dating needs to know I'm the pretty one in a relationship.
I can see that. That makes total sense.
And I'm like, what? I didn't know men like to be pretty. I mean, metro men. There's metro that like to look well put together. Like I'm put together. I'm here. I'm that. But it's like pretty. You want to be pretty? Pretty?
Yeah.
No?
Maybe he's listening to that song. What is it? Pretty Girl
I
or something?
feel pretty. Oh, so pretty.
I was thinking of the rap song.
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
No.
Why you
No. Yeah, I know that there's, I can't remember the song, but I know it was like a rap song that was just like, that was similar to that.
Oh, okay. Well, going back, you mentioned Drake and rap, and that just jogged my memory. The Super Bowl. Again, I don't know if this is going to be relevant by the time this episode comes out, but it is really getting on my nerves. Like, there are people out there that are giving her a hard time because she was crip walking. And
Serena?
then they say she crip walking, and then she's from Compton, bro.
She is from Compton.
She's from Compton, but she was crip walking, and then she was like, and then this is what she goes back to, like showing a picture of her husband just like slouching, looking a mess, like just some white dude. She was like, she crip walking for the culture. It's the culture, and then she go back to a white man, bruh.
What's the problem?
It's about to be story time with Brittany because this is absolutely ridiculous. I see that. I don't get personally offended, but I see it I'm just like, bro, just because she's married to a white man does not mean it negates her culture. It does not mean that she's any less of a black woman. It doesn't mean that she didn't grow up where she grew up. She is who she is, and she loves who she loves. And I see that for me. I remember being on a bachelorette party. Or was it a bridal show? Whatever. It was a bachelorette party for my cousin, and she invited all of her friends. She has a lot of girlfriends, and me, I'm her favorite cousin. Mm-hmm. So we were there, and they kept making like little side, like not even snaps, just like little.
Like snide comments?
Snide comments, thank you, because my brain don't pick up the words sometimes. Like little snide comments about the fact that my husband was white, and they were like, I remember we were in a car, and they were talking about, oh yeah, black love this, black love that. And then they were giving like advice. And I'm like, dude, just a blonde leading a blonde. Ain't none of y'all married. How are you giving advice? It's like, well, you can't give advice on black love because you don't have a black husband or a black boyfriend or whatever they said. And I said, well, can't none of y'all give advice on black love because ain't none of y'all got boyfriends anyway. So it's the blonde leading the blind here. It's like, I shouldn't have to defend who I'm with or defend myself. But it's like, and then they handed out penises. It was like pink penises, like penis straws.
Okay. Because it was a bachelorette party.
And black ones, right? Brown, black. And they were like, make sure you make the right choice, girls. Make the right choice, ladies. And at that point, I'd had enough. I was like, just because my husband is white does not mean I didn't make the right choice. Like, this is my black love. I'm a black woman. This is the man I choose to love. Like, y'all are out of your minds. And I went home and I told Matt about that. He was like, bro, people get very defensive when they're lonely. Like, you got to think about it. These women are in their 30s. They're older. Yeah, I wasn't in my 30s yet. I was almost there. They're like, they're into their 30s. They have no one. It's slim pickings out there. And when people feel back into a corner, if it is available, they start getting racial. Like, that's just how it happens. But I'm like, I wish I was quick and witty and can say something to shut these people down, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I feel bad for them. I still feel bad for them. They are still single, and I wish them the best. But when I saw that shit that they were posting about Serena after the Super Bowl, it's like that hurt my feelings. And I'm like, bro, leave her alone. Go read a book. Go do something with your lives. And I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. But that bothered me.
Well, thank you for sharing that in from your perspective. No, seriously, right? I want to make sure that I'm actively listening to your perspective on that. And it was like, I had just heard about that for the first time, I think, at the end of last week. And I had heard them saying, with her going back to her white husband, and I was just like, wait, is this an old article or is this new? Because I was like, haven't they been together for like 8 years or 6 years? They got kids, dogs, houses, trips. You heard me say, I'm just like, why is this still a topic of conversation? Why is this still relevant and new? Like, and then it makes me think about, like, perhaps because, coming from a background that looks at things from a holistic standpoint when it comes to things that are on the internet, it makes me think about clickbait, but also like, trolls or like trolling farms, or it's just, people kind of hyping it up or putting out that information. And it automatically, makes me go to, who has to gain from this situation? But there's always going to be people who are going to talk regardless of anything, right? Of course. Right? Just like with Beyonce, right? They'll be like, oh, she's trying to whitewash herself, kind of a situation with her going even, a deeper blonde or a lighter blonde. Like now she's trying to look white. That's not the thing. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You know where I'm going? So my thing is just like, they're always going to say something. But I think with the Serena, I'm just like, she's been married for like 6-8 years, regardless of the fact, like, are we still on this? Why is it still a relevant topic? Why? Is it because of the fact that she's crip walking? That's not even is it because of the fact that they saw it in spite of Drake, because of the fact that apparently she dated him, and so now that's a relevant thing because of all his exes were on the stage? So is it more about
all of his exes were on the stage?
Well, no, I think, is it SZA? Am I saying her wrong? I may be saying her name wrong.
They dated?
SZA.
Girl.
No, I'm being honest. It's SZA.
Yeah.
Like scissors. SZA. And so, don't judge me. Because I had a girlfriend of mine who said to me, she was just like, yeah, I really love her. And I was like, who is she? And she's like, her. I was like, who is she?
Her, girl, H period, E period,
I don't listen to a lot of music. So
period. Oxford or American.
So I didn't know that there was an artist with the initials of HER.
I get what you're saying. But that's easy to misconstrue. But we're going to reel it back in.
Reel it back in. I don't think that it was, I don't see any relevance to her being on stage, her representing her background, because it was every Kendrick Lamar, right? He did it. He's from LA. She's from LA. I think that's what it was about. Exactly. What is the issue that she's dating?
Because they're saying she's doing something that's seen as black and then going back to a white husband. Like, aren't we just
she did the same thing in Beyonce's video. She was popping it and dropping it.
And went straight back to her husband. That's why
straight back to her husband.
How long, hold on, I just got a message from my baby school. How long has Serena been married to her husband? Because if all of this is coming back up, and did you know I think he's the creator of
2017, they got married.
2017.
He's the co-founder of Reddit.
Co-founder of Reddit, yes.
But he sold the company. Or he didn't sell the company. He gave up his board seat back when there was a big push for promoting and lifting women and also diverse employees who deserve to be in the role as well, who are maybe overlooked. And I think it was because he is a father of black children and he's married to a black woman. He was just like,
he stepped down.
He said, I have no problem with stepping aside. I want, for you guys to find someone else who could be able to fill this seat who may be overlooked.
There's a lot of stuff going on with DEI right now, though.
But this was back in 2018.
Yeah, but now it's still relevant now. There's a lot of stores that are saying that they're like, we're standing with this, when it wasn't even local. It's not state or it's not local. The president got rid of this stuff, DEI, federally. Mm-hmm. So it can be based on, so there's two sides to it. And I see both sides of it. When it's put in the media, President Trump is getting rid of DEI. That sounds awful. It sounds and it looks awful. But if you read more into the articles and you read more into the executive orders, he's getting rid of it in just federally to make sure people are hired based off the merit, based off their education, based off their experience, whether they're black, white, green, yellow, purple, blue, it's based off merit. So when I see stuff like that, I see it as, personification. I see it as not a reverse compliment, a backhanded compliment. Have you ever experienced one of those? Someone has said to me, "Oh, you're pretty to be dark skinned."
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
Oh, that's a backhanded compliment.
I've had those all the time.
See, and I see DEI as a backhanded compliment. Oh, you may not have the same experience, or we may have gone with someone else, but because you meet these racial qualifications or this gender qualification, we'll go ahead and give it to you. That's what I've always seen DEI as. And I know, like I said, there's two sides to it. This is my personal opinion, but with the hiring, I think United Airlines went through it recently. They got backlash for it. I don't want you hiring somebody that looks like me just because they look like me to fly this plane. I want you hiring someone who has the experience, even if they don't look like me, who knows how to fly a plane, who knows how to take off and land, because those are just fucking miracles to begin with. What I want you to do is provide the funding equitably for, I know they mean two different things, but for everyone to have the same chances, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But what's your thoughts on it? Because I know a lot of stores are doing this stuff.
Yes. So interesting enough, when you're seeing some companies, right, some larger corporations, even some retailers or restaurants kind of dialing back, they're not necessarily getting rid of, but they're dialing back. And I think that's some of the misinformation that is being kind of dispelled out there, is that there's a dial back on some of those programming and the funding, not necessarily getting rid of things altogether.
So you're saying that's the misinformation. They're saying they're getting rid of it, but they're just dialing it back.
I'm speaking specifically to like corporations, not necessarily federally.
Right.
Yeah, but they're doing more of a dial back perspective on some of their programming or some of their messaging, and they're just kind of recalibrating at this point in time. One, to kind of adjust and to align with some of those executive orders. And when we say that, because it's not federally, with large corporations or any company or business that has a government contract at any sector in their business, they have to.
It's federal.
They have to adhere to certain guidelines or restrictions. So even with like large tech companies, or even like with I can't really speak for McDonald's, but any of those things, even though it may not be federal workers, the fact that they have a government contract and it can be in a small team that they have, because that company has a contract with the government, there's certain restrictions or there's certain guidelines that they have to be able to kind of fit into, and not necessarily getting rid of their DEI programs or dialing back.
But when you say government, do you mean the federal government contract or a state local government contract? Which one are you saying?
Well, if we're speaking about...
So
it's either or. So they can have state and local contracts, but I'm speaking from a federal government perspective.
Gotcha. So you're saying these companies have contracts federally?
Correct.
Because I'm going to say state and federal, they're separate sovereignty.
Correct.
So just because the federal government did something does not mean, okay, gotcha.
So from a federal,
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm understanding.
So there's certain guidelines or certain things that they'll have to do to be able to keep those contracts. Mm-hmm. So it could be the individuals that are on the team, they want to make sure that they kind of align with the same, guidelines or things that are being spoken about, because even within the federal government, with the programs that are being slashed or dialed back, teams that are within the Fed jobs, it's ones that are under that specific whatever that umbrella that they're looking for contractors or for ones in certain sectors of the government. So I mean, that's it's a larger conversation on a deeper scale. And a deeper scale.
But you and I get that deep scale that we can talk about things.
Yeah,
we can disagree. We can agree, and we can understand it's just opinion and be like, all right, what we going for lunch?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's definitely a twofold conversation in regards to how DEI is being perceived from both a personal level or from a business level, from a corporate level perspective as a bottom line. And I think when being in corporate, you understand with a lot of things when it comes to cuts or when it comes to, reorgs. This is the time, because it's the beginning of the year, a lot of companies do reorgs because they're doing their fiscal years.
Layoffs,
yeah.
all that.
So they're trying to get that bottom line to see where they can cut here and there, tighten things up, more teams go lean. So I think it's, we'll see a lot of changes within that area. I believe that, there's some things that need to be dialed back, and then there are other things. The reason why those things are being put in place, I think it's because of someone being in corporate, I fit a lot of those boxes. As far as like, I have a disability, I'm an ADA, certified under disability. So when it comes to things like that and getting rid of programs that have to do with that, when I'm thinking of diversity, it's not just,
it's not just race, and it's not just
race.
gender.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not race. It's not gender. It's not sexual orientation. There's disability. There's veterans that are under that. There's, it's considered a disability, I think, when you are pregnant. So those things are no longer, being considered. Yeah. It's a lot of different things, especially when you're out because we're in a world where there's a lot of people who are out in the marketplace for new roles. That can make it a little bit more challenging, because for certain companies that may have been a little bit more closed as far as some of their kind of like recruiting goals, or just their recruiting points when they're looking for certain people, they may have, mistakenly ruled out maybe other programs or other schools. And I'm not just speaking about like HBCUs. I'm talking about maybe smaller colleges that are still great colleges or universities. It's just not that Big Ten, or it's not the Harvard, the Stanford, any of that stuff. So a lot of it goes into that too when it comes to that. But yeah. And enough on that, but I'm out. So I'll leave it on that part from a corporate perspective.
I'm going to ask from a corporate
perspective. I'm going to leave it there as a
consumer.
As a consumer,
What you doing,
girl? You don't get me to stop on no
You
Amazon.
boycotting? You boycotting?
You think I'm a boycott Amazon?
No, absolutely not. I'm
Amazon-
not boycotting anything.
Amazon makes me a good parent. Okay, thank you. It does. It makes me a great parent because, like I said before, when we talked about like PTO or when we were talking about school, like there's always something going on with kids at their school. You always get these like random emails or messages, and it's just like, hey, we're having a party at the school. Make sure your kid is wearing aqua blue. And it's just like,
Remember
some
you-
yellow shorts? Yes.
Yes, you got my baby. It was the football day, Bears,
Yes.
Chicago Bears.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
right. It was just like random, and it was like the weekend. I'm just like, oh, let me hurry
Here
up
we
and
go.
get something.
The 2-day prime delivery.
It wasn't on Prime. I had to get that one from I think it was like Fanatics or something for that one.
Shoot.
Yeah, because it was cute.
It was cute.
It was cute.
was
They didn't
so
have any
cute.
cute ones on Amazon at the time.
But most of the times they do. and it
Everything
gets
else?
sometimes it's that 2-day, or sometimes it's overnight between 4 and
4
8
and
a.m.
8 a.m.
Sign me up.
Yes, especially when I find out, because I think it was when Valentine's Day had passed, and I didn't hear it until like 8 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. before the next day. Some parents were talking about like, yeah, so is it okay if my kid wears this? And I was wondering the same because they wear uniforms, and they were like, yeah, they can. I asked the teacher, and she said it was fine for them to wear like Valentine colors. So I'm thinking to myself, I got to get my daughter something to wear. She doesn't want to be the only kid in school with a uniform on in her class.
It's okay to wear what colors?
Valentine colors.
Oh, you say Valentine.
Valentine.
Oh, okay. You said it with the N.
Yes.
No, I think you said it with the.
Valentine.
What was that?
I'm not
Oh, there's
sure.
a Hearst. A Hearst.
Maybe that
There's
was your
a dead
Phillies
person.
fanatic.
Oh,
It has a little kazoo thing, and it makes me feel like
how do you know so much about this thing?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I've never seen that show.
It's an
ever.
amazing show.
I think we talked about that
Yeah,
last
I
week.
love that show. But yeah, long story short, girl, you can't get me to get rid of Amazon. Target, I like Target. I like it for the drive up.
We need to get rid of Target only because I just go there and spend too much money. We just need to get rid of Target for the fact that can't nobody go in there
Without
and get
spending
one
over
thing.
$300?
One thing. I went
can't.
in there for one thing. I left with a whole new wardrobe for the babies. What?
Yes,
I need
Yeah.
to boycott Targets for the safety of my marriage.
that's actually really good.
No, go ahead.
I saw my nephew had sent me a video girl because I do go to Target all the time, but I always do drive up. I'm better if I do drive up. If I go in, then it is just like, let me get that dress in every color for my daughter. It was a YouTube video that these guys made, said husbands of Target. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yes.
I sent it to you. Did you watch it? Was it hilarious?
Oh my goodness.
It was hilarious.
That was hilarious. That was cute.
It
That was
was
hilarious.
cute.
It was well thought of. Like that was really nice.
It was cute.
But no, my girlfriend Brittany, she actually put me on game with Target.
Brittany or Brittany?
She's a Brittany. Well,
Okay.
she introduced herself as Brittany, but her name it's Brittany. Her name is spelled Brittany. She put me on game. Like that Target drive up, amazing. But she also explained you can return things on
Oh, I
Target.
don't get out the car
You
to
don't
do
have to
anything.
get out the car.
Nope.
You get it together. You don't even have to look at them.
It's
like,
just this.
here you go. And they just
And
take
it's in
it.
the back.
This is a problem. I told her, I said, you should never tell me any of this. You should have never told me any of this because now I'm the type of person, like, I don't feel like returning things. So I'll just either give it away or just put it right in Goodwill. Like, because I just don't feel like going back to the store or I
Yeah.
don't feel like dropping anything off at UPS. Like, I
Yeah.
just don't feel like doing that. Like, I can save so much money. Oh my God, my burps smell horrendous. It was so bad.
I can't smell it, so that's
Thank
a good
God.
thing. Yeah.
But no, I can just go there and just return it. I don't even have to get out the car. But then how can I go see what else Target has if I don't get out?
That's how I don't get in trouble because I don't like people and I hate shopping. I'm like some
don't
of
like
those
people.
husbands who are like sitting. listen, the corner when you go to like shopping malls and things of that nature,
That'll
or
be
like
me.
a department store where there's like a couch.
That's me.
Yeah, and there's just a bunch of men. I'm sitting there on the ottoman part
Yep.
because there's no chairs left.
No.
So I'm sitting on the I'm sitting on the ottoman, right? The little stool that's out there because
Yeah.
I'm just like, is this over with? And it's my husband that's sitting up
That's
there.
shopping.
Well, he's one of those people that I was just talking to another girlfriend of mine where it's just like her husband is just like, oh, you like that? And he gets it in every color because he's like, it fits. I like it.
That's me.
Okay, that's
but I do it
Victor.
online. Oh
Okay,
my goodness.
no, that's Victor.
Speaking of Victor, I found all those candles I was looking for. I found them, baby. They were in the sideboard, and it was at a child lock. And I said, what's under here? And baby girl goes, how'd you open that, mommy? It's magic. Like, they've been in here the whole time. I found them and I thought of Victor. But yes, if I like something, I get it in every color. And Mariana's always telling me, like, stop doing that. Get it the same style, different color. Get out my business. But no, I'm the same way, but I've always hated shopping. Like, I'll find something I like, I get it in every color so I don't have to go shopping. Even like when my family used to go shopping, I'd be like, don't take me. But I was too young to stay at home. I would just sit there and just literally follow behind them so they can hurry up. But now, as I've gotten older, I sit on the ottoman in a corner.
Yeah, I do.
Which
If
is
I
crazy
can't
'cause we have
order
so many clothes.
online to get it or order in a store, and I hate that I have to go into a store to get it, I'm pissed walking in because I'm like, I have to walk up
You
in
ain't
here
even
and
got
get
in the
this.
store yet. You
Yes,
already
I'm
got
already
attitude.
pissed. But I don't give them an attitude because it's not them. It's just like, it's because of the fact that I had to come here and pick this up, especially if I have to go in SoCo to pick something up, and I don't want to.
That's one thing I do like about SoCo here, though. There is parking. There's angled parking on the street. There's the parking garage.
The garages, I will give you
I've
that.
never parked in the garage. I
do.
always find it on the street.
Well, it depends on if I'm doing a quick walk-in. If it's with my husband, then we got to park in the garage or either, across the street for the paid parking. But yeah, I just don't like people. I don't like a lot of people. It gives me anxiety being around a lot of people.
I get it. I never thought I'd find someone who hates shopping more than me. Matthew is awful. Like, he will wear the same clothes from 10 years ago. Like, it may have a hole in it. He's like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not cold. I don't feel it. It's fine. He will wear a holy shirt just so he don't have to go back in the store and get it.
Maybe it's a guy thing.
No, because Victor likes shopping.
No, Victor likes to shop. But Victor will do the same thing. He'll have a shirt from when he was in high school, a freshman in high school. Okay,
He can't fit that no more.
This man is almost. He can.
He cannot.
He can. And especially if it's like a white shirt, because it could have been like one of those big shirts that you get when you like volunteer, something that was always big. And so it could start to get like that stain, and it could tell. But the thing is that this is not like a new stain. This is like one that looks like it's been there. It's weathered, right? So let's call it a weathered underpit. So this weathered underpit, he was just like, all you got to do is cut the sleeves off. It's a brand new shirt. And he's like, I can use it for yard work, for working out.
It is a male thing. Because Matt will do that with his pants. I'm like, the bottom of it, the hem is done. He just cuts it and be like, look, now it's shorts, and I can use it to work out.
Said, that's what he'll do. He was like, I can work out in the shorts now.
Y'all done made too much money in lifetime and worked too hard for this. Go buy some new fucking clothes.
They won't. He will when it comes to something that he wants. I had to buy my daughter some new underwear because, the kids are growing very quickly. And he saw these 2 new packs, and he was just like, oh, I see. We're just frivolously spitting out here. Yes. Yes. And he was like, when I was growing up, I got 5 sets of underwear.
Right, exactly.
Growing up, I was just like, no. I was like, she's a growing child. I was just like,
she needs more underwear. Speaking of, when Matt asked me when my oldest grew out of hers, he was like, oh, just leave them for baby girl. Leave them for... I said, oh, no, we don't share underwear, sweetheart. We don't share underwear. I had to explain it to you when she forgot her swimsuit one day. And you were like, oh, she can just wear one of her cousins. No, we don't share underwear. Y'all don't have...
Yeah.
No. Throw those away. We're not donating them.
Yeah,
we're not sharing them. We're not hand-me-downing them.
Away.
Throw them away. You do not share underwear. And then if they're too small, you gotta breathe.
Pajamas.
Oh, no.
He says, make them into shorts and they can be play clothes for her. Or like when she was wearing footies as a baby or a small toddler, he was like, cut the feet part off and she could still wear them as pajamas. I was like, we're not doing that. Victor. I
No,
was like,
my youngest is like, that's for babies. I'm not wearing those. You are a baby.
I know.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
so sweet.
Oh my God, my brain. I just had another brain fart. I was about to say something. And so, that's what I was going to tell you. Nope, that's not it either. That's just a new thought. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with me, but I can't remember my words. My little notes that I usually leave notes under people's names so I can remember who they, if it's like a new friend or a new person, we just exchange numbers.
In contact.
It's not doing anything for me anymore. And it's just my brain is starting to deteriorate. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? What am I doing to myself? But I don't know. I can't remember what the thought was, but I'm not sleeping because babies have been sick back to back. So it all started, I think we were in Atlanta when they had the fake snowstorm. We had just got off the plane. I started feeling sick and I was down from Wednesday to Sunday. I had the flu. It started there. And ever since there, every other week, someone is sick. It's going back to back to back to back to back. And it's like, it's ridiculous. But anyway, I can't remember what I was about to say, but I did want to tell you, I watched our first episode, and we need to scrap that. We're going to re-record the first episode, put it out later. We got to let that go. What are your thoughts?
I didn't know we were talking about it.
You never know what we're talking about. Everything doesn't have to be planned. Just talk to me. Talk to me. I'm your friend, Shayna. Just talk about it.
I'm tired of talking.
Okay, you want to call it quits? Because I'll get up right there.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was. And I think that for me, it showed a lot of my personality, just in a sense of I am a talker, but I'm also someone who doesn't talk. Like there are moments where I just don't say anything.
Do you zone out, or you just like don't
I zone
have
out?
anything
But
to say?
it's also like a comfortability standpoint for me too, where when I'm in larger groups, I tend to kind of
stand next to me and look like, who the fuck is that? No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah, to step back just so that I can kind of assess the scene, kind of get a feel for everyone before I just start asserting myself or just kind of mingling. I'll mingle like kind of what's around me, or if I'm like, put me in the game, coach, because there's a group of guys talking about sports, put me in, I'm good to go. It's just usually, I think it depends on the day too, right? Especially if you're just kind of zoned out, right? Or whatever that is. But for the most part, right, I've become an introvert. I used to be an extrovert, so I'm an omnivore, right? So I battle between the two, but I prefer to be comfortable in an introvert. For the most part.
Are you saying that you're not comfortable when you are extroverting? When
it
you are
depends
conversing?
on the situation. When I'm forced to be an extrovert,
But if you're
extrovert.
forced to be something, are you necessarily comfortable? Because the definition of being forced to do something, not the definition of, but when I hear being forced, it's not comfort. It's a push. It is an action that is required. It doesn't sound comfortable. Forcing does not sound comfortable.
No, but there's a lot of things that I'm not comfortable with that I have to do.
Yeah, it's called being an adult.
I know, and I'm not comfortable with it. Oh my God, it sucks.
My mommy told me when I was younger that I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up, and I chose to be a child, and it has not worked out.
I'm so sorry. Oh, that's really tragic.
But what do you mean you used to be an extrovert? What changed? What happened? Because why are you looking at me like that?
No, this is me listening to
This is you zoning out?
No, I'm still here.
What changed?
I'll go like this if I'm zoned. Yeah, that's how I look. Or like a deer in a headlight.
Oh.
Yeah, you like
what
that
a
one?
look.
Victor loves those looks.
What a look. Answer my question,
that's
politician.
That's how I got a ring.
Try again, sweetheart. Try again. But no, what changed? Is there something specific that changed that you realized, okay, this is exhausting, I don't want to do it anymore?
No, I think...
or was it just gradual? Just
no,
change?
No, there were circumstances that helped to change that for me, that wanted me to kind of roll back into a shell, or to roll into a shell itself. Right, and I think that kind of goes back to our last episode where we talked about wanting to be seen and things of that nature.
Wanting to not to be seen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The being seen.
Oh, being seen. Okay, yeah. I get what
being
you're saying.
seen person.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
So I mean, it just kind of rolls back to that for the most part.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it was kind of like circumstances or situations kind of changed that for me to where, I kind of changed my personality a little bit, just kind of based off of that. And you just kind of do a step back of like what you're what you're doing moving forward, kind of a thing. But yeah, so yeah, it was a particular situation specifically
I hear you.
that kind of forced that for me. Maybe that's my buzzword for today is force, and I don't necessarily mean the word.
Force?
Yeah,
Maybe that's
like,
your word of the today's word of the day. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Force. What does it mean to you? Where did it come from? And where is it going?
I'm forced to play with my daughter.
Ooh.
For 2 weeks because her school is giving her 2 weeks off for spring
what?
break. For spring
It's
break.
not spring.
Yo, I never got 2 weeks of spring break when I was in school.
It's not spring.
Well, it's not spring break yet, but it's coming up, and she's getting 2 weeks off. So I have to now figure out
In
what
pre-K?
I'm gonna do. Yes.
Well, that's what you get for taking her out and putting her in this place.
it was the best thing for her to do.
Oh, good.
Because she's thriving and she's enjoying school and learning.
Mm-hmm.
And before she was bored, she never wanted to go. And the teachers were saying that she was bored and they didn't have any more that they could give her, that they
It
were
wasn't
giving
a
her
part of
stuff
it,
from
yeah.
the pre-K already, but that she was bored. I mean, my child was sitting up there like being a TA to the other students. Like, I'm not paying you to allow my child to be a TA, which is sweet, but also like it's not helpful to her. But
I
yeah.
get it. Well, it was the best decision for you, and now you got to do
Yeah.
a 2 weeks of spring break.
Girl, I don't even know what I'm gonna do.
What you gonna do?
I just said I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. Think about it before
What about
it's too late.
go on to like one of the Facebook groups and see if you can hire someone part time, just like half the day.
Yeah.
Like the first half of the day to get her wiggles and giggles out, and
Yeah.
then.
I'll have to get on Facebook to do that. So
Oh, true.
Actually,
So why aren't you on social media? Actually,
why do I need to be?
You don't need to be, but what's your reasoning for not to being?
To
Because
be
like I have a
honest-
reason for being. What's your reason to not be?
Okay. My reason for not being is that I don't think I was ever really on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got on MySpace when MySpace is a thing.
You didn't. She didn't.
Yes, I
went
did.
Back to MySpace.
Hello.
So we
Tom
were
is everybody's
really-
first friend. Loved him. Okay? Loved Tom. I hope it wasn't like a catfish situation, and that's
Or
literally...
maybe Tom was just a bot.
No, I hope Tom looked like that because Tom was my friend.
You hope Tom looked like that?
Yeah, his photo.
I thought you were gonna say because Tom was fine. I don't even know what Tom
no.
looked like. Oh no,
He always had like this weird like college kind of photo where he's like... It was
like a
that type
frat
of-
boy looking type of thing.
Well, no, it just looked like it was a college photo. Like someone like snapped it, like, when you're
Like
like
a
in a
photo
dorm or
bomb?
something. Like,
Oh, okay.
and he's like that by himself. But yeah, I love Tom from MySpace. And then I got on Facebook back when Facebook
was
you
invitational only.
yeah, well, it
Yeah.
was you had to actually have like a college like email to be able to get on.
Really?
Yeah, so that was the only way you can get on
Oh yeah,
Facebook.
forget you old.
I'm sorry,
You heard me.
I didn't.
You need to put on the headphones. Mic
No.
check. 1 2 1 2. You're
No, I
old.
can hear.
So, I mean, because if you didn't hear me, I will understand because hearing loss with age, it happens. Either hereditary, because
Ooh.
I can't really hear on my left ear. That's hereditary. But yours may be due to old age.
No, I just cleaned my ears out.
But no, like when I joined Facebook, it was like invitation only. You had to be invited. You had to know someone that was already there. I didn't know it was a thing with
Yeah, when it
college
first
emails
came
'cause
out.
I wasn't there yet.
Yeah,
You old baddie bitch.
but I still look young.
That you do.
Now that's genetic. Yeah. You have to have like an actual like college email to be able to like start a page on Facebook. So I mean, I was on Facebook then. I barely got on, and then I got off when they created the feature where it was like an messenger on there. Or no, I got
Bro.
off when they put like a green light so you'll know when people were online.
but you
And-
can wait. That was
It was a long time ago.
Wow.
So I got off when that was because I had like all these random people that I used to know or people I never talked to who were just like trying to reach out to me because they saw it was
that
online.
it was like on the side
Yes,
and it
and I was
popped
like,
up like a
hell
messenger.
no.
But couldn't you change it?
I think you could have, or I don't know if you could have. I think it automatic. I think they did create a feature where you can like kind of
that's
like
the only
an
thing,
email
like Skype. That's I would think like
where you can put it on
have to change-
standby or something.
you-
Yeah,
that's
but I
like
got
a-
off. Because I was just like, I'm good.
I'm
I
not
don't
doing
need
that.
people. Yeah, too many
Yeah.
people were like buzzing me, and I was like, I don't want to. I never talked to you. Why do you think I want to talk to you now?
Because you online and so are they, and they want
I
to say,
know.
"Hey, girl, how you been? What you doing?"
I know, and I think that
what
was
you
another
doing?
thing.
What you doing? What are you
Chilling
doing?
at
Dun, dun, dun.
the
You got
Holiday Inn,
plans? Dun, dun,
right?
dun.
Oh.
Don't say that. Shut your trap.
We're on two different songs.
I know, tangent. I sent I sent that to my mom one day. I said, what you doing? Where you at? Oh, you got plans? Don't say that. Like, just texting
And
it.
what'd she say?
I'm sipping wine. In a row.
Did she really?
I look too good. No, but I just kept sending
it would have
it
been so
until,
cute
like,
if she did that. I was like, oh my God, I love
She's
that.
like, what is wrong with you?
Oh, I love that.
She's like,
even
oh,
more.
you are sipping wine, I can tell. And I just kept going with the lyrics.
She's
after.
hilarious.
But go ahead. Okay, so you get off after that. Did you guys ever have tagged?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, it was like orange and brown. Like those were the colors, like tagged.
No.
And it was one of those social media things. I don't know how long it
Was it kinda
look
like
up
Vine?
Tagged. See if I think that was like one of the social media things.
What is it?
Tagged, Tagged. Like just tagged, tag.com or something like that. Social
No.
media tagged. It was a social.
Yeah, 2006. The date founded 2004.
No, I wasn't on anything.
You never heard of that? It wasn't it like a social media thing?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Is it still up and running?
Yeah, the social network for meeting new people.
No, never heard of it.
See?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then it was probably for us young kids. Continue. What about Black Planet or Mi Gente?
No, I never got on any of those things.
Yeah.
I've heard of them when it was out, but again, I wasn't like super social. I would put my little music out on MySpace and call it that, right? And then that was pretty much it. But yeah, I got off Facebook with that, and then I didn't get on anything else after MySpace. I think that's when Twitter came out after that, and people started getting on Twitter.
I'm so mad at
And then
Twitter
they
right
had
now.
this whole like Twitter after dark that was happening. Yes, I didn't know anything about it. Never got on Twitter. So after Facebook and MySpace,
Snapchat? Vine?
never got on Vine, but I just knew the song.
What was the song?
The little do it for the Vine.
Oh, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, it was so cute. But yeah, I just never got on anything else. I think I got on Snapchat for like a year, and that was when
Girl.
the song came out.
What song?
Snapchat me
I don't know.
if
that
you're
one.
cool. Right?
Oh my God. Apparently I'm not cool.
Oh, my
but
DM
yeah.
popping.
Yeah. Do it again. Do that again, Shannon.
No. Rolling with the homies. So it's Clueless.
Oh my God. Yes,
rolling
you
with
are.
the
No, I'm joking.
Right? Yeah, so I'm clueless, literally.
are
When it comes to social media, I'm pretty clueless.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't get on anything after that. I got on Snapchat for that little bit, and then people were just like doing. I just can't keep up with that stuff. I think that's where it comes up. I just can't keep up with it. And that
Snapchat
was it.
inappropriate.
I think I liked it for its filters, honestly. Just the cute filters.
Oh, the cute filters.
That's
yeah, take
all
pictures.
I think
of
it was
them.
cute.
Some
for.
people will still take pictures. Like, hey, can you take a picture of me with so and so? And then I'll like take it. I'm like, why is this on Snapchat? I'm trying to take 5 pictures in a row so you can choose.
Yeah.
So I can snap it, download, snap it.
Maybe
but
the
no,
filters.
Snapchat was inappropriate. I remember some guy sent me. Oh, okay. I was on my first big girl trip. I went to Miami with Matthew when we were dating.
Ooh.
And I didn't even tell my mama. Like, I'm like, I'm an adult. I'm 25.
Are you?
I can go on a trip with a man. But no, I don't even think I was 20. Yeah, I was 25. And
Girl, you can rent a car.
I could rent a car without the rental car fee. But no, we went to Miami, and I think the funny story about it is we were at a restaurant, and I was so tired from the day that I was literally asleep on the table while Matt was eating. He said they were looking at him like he drugged me, like, and he's like, she's fine. But I got a Snapchat from some guy, and this because Matt and I had. I don't know if I think we'd broken up and gotten back together, but I got a Snapchat from some guy, and it was just a picture of him with his shirt off. And Matt took the phone and was like, ew, what's wrong with your stomach? And then
Oh my God, he's so rude.
And then I woke up like, what was the picture? So it's like,
Oh, and it's gone.
it's gone. But that was the tasteful version of Snapchat. Like people, they would send things, messages. And I'm like, why are you messaging me on here? Just send me a text. Like, and that's how I knew something was like, something's up. So you want
Yeah.
these messages
They're
to
banishing the
delete.
banishing feature.
Exactly. I was like, Snapchat was the other person app.
Yes. Well, that's why it was
couldn't do
originally, that was its original purpose.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Tell me more.
The original purpose of Snapchat was to
Just
be
rearrange your sentence.
Yeah. was to be discreet for
The other person's.
yes. relationships, hookups, things of that nature. For people looking for
a good time.
Or I won't say a good time. I won't put that out there, but I'll just say it was supposed to be
the discretion.
The discretion
like no other.
Like
you
no
don't think
other.
Snapchat is saving these conversations just in case they get subpoenaed one day? It's like, yeah, we have them all. Here we go. Here's everything.
Google's data centers to be able to hold their stuff. So I mean, everything is metadata at the end of the day.
Everything,
so
yes.
Nothing is entirely off of the internet, no matter how you think it's deleted.
No,
Everything,
once it's on the internet, it's on there forever. That's why I think it took me so long to, oh, is it raining? Oh, there goes my blowout. My curly hair is coming back as soon as I step outside. Oh, well. But I think that's why it took me so long to post my oldest online. It's like, it's going to be out there forever. But at the same time, I'm like, whatever. This is when everything was private. Like, I don't let anybody follow me. It's only family. It's only close friends. It's fine. But then Matt, his page is open. He just started posting the girls like willy-nilly. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? At this point, they're already out there. But it's like, it's crazy. The way the world is, it's crazy. It's invigorating in a sense for me, just because I was here when they allowed smoking indoors. You were here. I don't know what they allowed when you were here. But,
smoking indoors.
And some other stuff indoors too. But it's like, I watched it go from smoking and non-smoking sections to just, they got rid of the shit in CVS. Like, so it's like things are changing and it's great, but it's like also like, ooh, look at this technology. But whenever I use ChatGPT, which I swore I never used, but I used it for one thing because I was trying to figure out something and I didn't feel like doing the research, I always say, thank you, have a nice day at the end of the conversation. So when AI takes over the world, they know not to come for me. They know I was a good one.
So you're thinking, what is it, that movie with
iRobot?
iRobot. I think I've
Will
only
Smith?
seen half of it. It's not my type of scene. But
Will Smith is such a great actor. Like when it comes to like the emotional bits of it and all that, he is really good. I really like him.
That's good.
Oh,
I don't have any problem with Will Smith.
that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Just that whole situation, I think it could have been handled differently.
What, the slap?
Yeah, the slap heard around the world. And I say it that way because I was literally on the other side of the world and I was in Ireland at the time, and I was in a cabbie early in the morning, and it was on the radio there.
And you heard it.
And I heard it around the world.
Did you see like his body movement, the torque of his hips? You got to realize this man trained from the Muhammad Ali movie, so he knows he's got some.
What's this? I don't know what this is.
The torque,
Show me again.
change. You want me to get up and do it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you gotta, when you up, it's like the position.
Make sure that people can see you. You gotta box yourself out a little bit. There you go. Let's go. Taibo.
What?
Taibo. You gotta do. There you go. There you go.
Know the torque of the.
Seems
of the
like you're. Is it golf at this point?
Oh, it ain't golf because I don't know how to do that. It's just he went the.
It was.
He went into it like
he put his body into it. He did.
Okay.
Thank you. He did. He put his body into it.
Is it torque? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's torque.
But I'm going to let you have it because you're saying torque and I just think of a car.
It's the.
It's just the air conditioner or heater.
Oh, I thought that was the rank. No, it's the pivot.
Maybe she drinks some water.
The pivot of the
yeah.
Whatever. This man trained to play the part of Muhammad Ali, and then he kept his form was immaculate.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I would agree. But yeah, slap heard around the world.
You heard it on the other side of the world.
We did.
Did you know there's slap competitions? Like it's a sport.
Yes. Have you seen one before?
Bro, I would not put myself in that position ever. These people have some deep-rooted trauma.
I know.
That needs to be worked through. Like it's.
But the way, do you see the faces and how it looks like
slow
after
motion.
the slow, and it's like,
Whoa.
I know. Or you see like a full-on handprint. Yes. I think they're hilarious.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, I mean, I like combat sports, so I've seen them all when you're just like going, because I have like these channels that shows like sports all the way around the world, right, in different countries. So I'll see these not as mainstream,
Stop being politically correct. Just say what you gotta say.
Yeah, not as mainstream sports.
Real, feels.
Yeah, that's me.
Unfiltered.
That's how you go
You
get
just
it.
filtered yourself. I don't
Bare
like it.
knuckle boxing. I've seen that. I've also seen
That's
some.
cage fighting.
You said what?
That's a brawl. That's cage fighting. Let's
No,
go.
they're in a. It's not an octagon. I think it's a pentagon. Girl, I don't know. They made some shit up.
It's not 8. It's 5.
Well, I don't know. It's not an octagon because that's like UFC, right? And it's not a boxing ring, so I don't know if it's a circle, but it's a different shape.
It's a different shape.
It's literally a different shape,
But it's
purposely.
bare knuckles.
But it's
Bare
bare knuckle
bones.
boxing. And what else do they have, girl? I've seen it all. I've seen a slap boxing. I've seen, oh shit, on fucking ESPN Ocho on 8 was, Victor had it on, he be watching random fucking shit.
Oh, you are a random person.
It was like how you get up like a slide with like a bunch of
Oil
like
being dripped
oil,
down.
yeah.
I think I saw that in the
Have you-
Olympics when they were like just dropping and they had to.
Yeah, it was like but it seemed like it was somewhere random. I think it was in like North Carolina or South Carolina, but it was like kids. They had a kid version of it, and you saw like little girls doing it, and you see these girls like pulling down the other girls before they get to the top. It was hilarious. I can't remember what it's called, but it was an actual sport apparently.
I'm sure it was anything can be a sport at this point. Like, but it's not necessarily combat. Anything can be a sport, but it's not necessarily combat sports. But back to the bare bones, the bare knuckles. Have you ever gotten into a fight, like a fist fight? Have you ever beat somebody's ass or had your ass whooped in like a fight?
I've never had my
Tushy?
my bottom beat in a backstreet brawl. Did you like that?
It was like, not me.
Not
Your hair's
me.
long enough, flip it. Not me.
Not me, honey. No, have not. Have I been in a
slap fight where someone just slapped you? You're like,
so I think it's
No.
so fucking disrespectful with someone if another person
Negro?
slaps another man. I'm just like, bro,
That's
what are you
punch me. Like, punch a man.
me.
Don't.
I feel like that's
Dude,
so
oh my
disrespectful.
God.
I think that's the slap.
That-
I think
Bro,
that's why it was
like,
even
did
more
you slap
disrespectful
me?
because you
Yeah.
slapped me.
That's such a
If
feminine
someone-
thing to do.
But I feel like it's almost as if it's more disrespectful than someone just punching you. Maybe it's more personal. It's just like,
because
shit.
women, we slap. But I think if a man slaps another man, like, bro, what did you just, like?
You know what it is? That's just fucking old school. It's like bringing out some old school 1600 shit with some fucking gloves and slapping someone in the face with, yes, that's what that is. Yes, how
Yeah.
dare you, sir?
And like, hit him on the
slap
chest.
Yes.
Like, did you just?
That is what that is.
I
So it's more
saw-
personal and more disrespectful to get fucking slapped by
It
another
is
man.
so disrespectful.
Yes.
But I think it depends on the slap that he gives. But no, I'm again back to Will Smith. I don't think that slap was feminine. I think that slap was, oh shit.
It wasn't old shit. That was personal.
That was-
and that was just like, I'm gonna disrespect you on this stage. And I understand why he did it, right? This is old news. This, we've
don't.
talked about it for 3. Well, the reason
Sorry,
they
my
were
nose
saying
is
is that
stuffed
it comes from, that he was making the joke in regards to Jada and, her
illness.
hair, and that she does have, autoimmune disease. And so it wasn't funny in that sense. So, and I don't think that it warranted him going on stage. I think maybe it was just really impulsive. And then they said it came from the fact that, I guess, like stemming from his background, like with his mom and stuff like that, right? And
Have you read his book?
No.
You got to read. The book is actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, he's an intense
What is
dude,
it, 40 Years
but
a Slave?
No.
Wait, it was Emancipation was the movie he did.
I don't know.
It was right after the Oscars happened, and he had that movie come out.
I don't
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I think that was the name of the movie. It was an Apple movie. Go ahead.
But either way, old news. I still think it's just like, woo, baby. I don't think he should have been barred from other shows. I mean, he's back in them. He's back at it. He's doing his thing.
He was barred
but
from the Oscars for like 8 years, I think.
who cares? Don't nobody want to go to that shit. No way. Speaking of, I recently went to a gala. I don't know how to. People say gala. I say gala. I don't know, but
I just had this conversation.
I can. I can do without. I can donate and just not show up. Like, I just sat there, just listen to, hey, let me get a vote. I can do without that. I think it's a beautiful thing, like, to get together and donate and give, but I can donate and not show up. It's just something. And that's the crazy thing. I've told Matt before, I was like, oh, I want to go to a gala event. I want to go to some very well-to-do, get dressed up, long gown kind of thing. I want you to wear your tux, which, by the way, he has no idea where that tux is. He wore an oversized suit. When we went, it was just all right. It was just, I'm sitting, the food was good. I was shocked because usually, like, you get like wedding plate food. It's just like subpar. They're just trying to give everybody food. The food was actually really good, but it's just, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it. And it was a cause that I truly believed in. Like, it just didn't do it for me. So, Oscars or not, I feel like people can do with or without it. But that's just my opinion on how I feel.
How about galas?
Galas, Oscars. Ain't like I've ever been to one.
Yeah.
To the Oscars, but yeah.
I think I think for some, right, I know that there's a lot going on this season. There's a lot of hot topics going on with that.
And give me a hot topic. Like what?
Ooh, with the whole Emilia Perez.
Who's that?
It's a movie that's out right now. It's like a kind of like a musical. Don't quote me on that. But it has a large cast in it. One of the main actress is a trans actress, and she's actually nominated for an Oscar. She's been really big in this award season, right? And Netflix has put a lot behind it because it's their movie on making sure they can champion for her. But just recently, they had some things surface in regards to some tweets or like comments that she's made online, right? That's how social media gets you in trouble. If you ain't on it, you can't get in trouble. Where she had said a lot of hurtful things to a lot of different groups. I think there were like some racist comments in there.
Yikes.
There were some maybe some classist comments in there as well, as well as something else. What else is on there, Allie? For Emilia Perez, for their lead actress, kind of some of the things that came up in her recent tweets.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah. So a lot of it. Go ahead.
All I know about it is that the movie Selena Gomez is in it.
Yeah. Her and Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana, I think, is up for a supporting actress right now.
I love her.
Yeah, she's super sweet.
Anything juicy? No.
No idea.
No, me neither. Because I don't know anything about pop culture, but I love Zoe Saldana. I remember she made a quote. She's like, "I'm skinny, I'm frail, I have no ass, I have no breast, but when I walk in a room, I can leave with any man I want because of my confidence is just that high."
Herself.
And she says, "And how I carry myself," and I believe it. I believe she can literally leave the room with my man. But no, not mine, because he's mine. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I love her.
I make that face because I'm just like,
Here, yes, I know.
Go with him.
Take him. This one,
Yeah.
please.
You wanna
No,
take him with you?
I love my man.
oh,
I like my man,
I like Victor too.
but at the same time, take him away for one.
Take him away.
Just take him away.
Yeah.
Commented on Muslims, George Floyd, and diversity at the Oscars.
I got some comments, but I don't think Shayna will like what I have to say.
Yeah. So, yeah, but it was just a big controversy that was going on, and it came out. So now people were calling for her to give back her nomination.
For what?
Well,
Because she used her First Amendment right? Because she voiced her opinion. That don't mean she did any less as an actress, right?
correct. I think it kind of goes against.
Who, Selena Gomez or?
No, this was the lead actress. I can't remember her name.
Her name is Carla Sofia Gascon, and she is a transgender woman.
So she's a man.
She's the first openly transgender woman
To be nominated.
as the best performance as an actress.
Gotcha. Nope. Y'all not gonna set me up.
So the premise of the whole movie is the fact that there's a drug lord who wants to get out of the business, so he transitions and fakes his own death, and then, you know, goes and lives a life as a woman. And I think Zoe Saldana was a lawyer or something like that, and knew the drug dealer prior from being like a lawyer for the drug dealer, and then later meets her, you know, at like a dinner or something, and she commented and said a comment that she said back when she was transitioned. And so I think, and I don't know much more about the movie, but I think it's just in regards to that. And what I think is what people find it as a breakout kind of performance is that they didn't use another actor to do the pre-transition. The actor took it upon themselves and said, "No, I'll do this myself."
Stop taking my hormone suppressing
I'm not
drugs
sure.
and all
So
that.
that part I don't know.
Or did they actually go into makeup to make themselves look like how they originally looked?
Again,
That's
I'm not
very
really sure. But
intriguing.
so that's why I was just like, but I want to watch it, but the only reason why I'm not going to watch it is because I fucking hate musicals.
I love musicals.
So me and you share, and we love Chicago, my favorite musical. But after, I know. Lip shits.
He had it. Okay, I'm done. But yes. Okay, but
Not guilty.
yeah, but did you do it?
The dirty dog.
Dog, 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 dog. Okay, bum. You dirty bum, not dirty
Yes.
dog. You dirty bum. Okay,
He
but
had
you
it
hate that
coming.
musical. You don't want to.
No,
do that.
I love Chicago, but I just don't like other music. I think that one's just very different because I love the musical itself, like in live performance. And so when a movie came out, I enjoyed it as well. But for the most part, I typically don't lean in on musicals. So the fact that it is kind of like a half and half type of situation is just not my thing. I think it's
Gotcha.
the dancing and the singing constantly.
Wait
I
a
go
minute.
sleep.
I'm sorry. I just put two and two together.
you?
This is a drama. Like
It's
they
a-
made a person who was a drug lord fake their
Transition.
death, then transition to a woman to get. They made that into a musical. How did you make that into a musical?
And
Musicals
that's-
are uplifting and not even uplifting, but just like it's. How the fuck did they make that?
Well, that's
into
the great piece of the art is the fact
And
that
it's up for
musical,
Oscars, okay.
right? That a musical, there's different dimensions to doing that, and it doesn't have to
Okay.
just be seen as like a Wicked, right, or like a Lion King,
Yeah.
or Aida, or anything like that. It can be, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina."
Huh.
Wait, that's
that
the
the
right one,
album?
right? No, shit, that's the wrong one.
Don't
isn't
Cry
it?
for Me, Argentina. The only time I've ever heard that quote was on Miss Congeniality.
You're kidding.
No.
It was
I'm so uncultured.
with Madge. She played.
Who?
Um,
I'm not good with pop culture.
Madonna.
yes.
I know who Madonna is.
Okay.
Oh, Madonna, bro. What happened to her? What is going on with her?
I think she's doing her
Losing-
second chapter.
She's trying.
I don't know what it is.
I think she's trying to stay relevant. Sometimes you have to let it go. Like, you're an icon. Everyone's going to know you no matter, not necessarily this young generation. Who knows what the fuck they're going to know.
But if you let it go, then you can freeze the world.
especially her.
No one got that Frozen reference. Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to like,
okay.
yeah, especially her.
down.
I was trying to jump in there, but no, baby, we don't get your references. There will be a select few that does, and those are your people.
Well, I just told him what it was.
It's not funny when you have to explain the joke.
Well, you told me I have to say those
No,
things.
I didn't tell you shit.
Okay. So that people know the references that I'm making.
No, that was someone else that told you that. I didn't
Okay.
say that. I said
Okay.
just go with the flow and let it happen. If they know, they know. If they don't, they don't. That's just, anyway, let it go. Let it go. Just let it die down, and everything always comes back around. The life, the world, everything is a pendulum. The pendulum's going to swing back, and then everything you did will come back in style. And then someone one day will look it up. It's like, who originated this? Oh, that was Madonna. She was from fucking 1600s. We know she's not from that. I'm using that as an example. Like, that was her style. She originally did that. Everything, like, bell bottoms are coming back. Like, I know, I think those could have stayed where they were, but it's like, I don't know. Everything is coming back. I don't know. I wrote down something that I wanted to touch on today. Before we go, how was your Valentine's Day?
Ha.
Ha.
I
All
don't
right.
give in to quasi-holiday, commercial holidays. So, no, there is no Valentine's Day.
So you
for
don't
me.
celebrate Valentine's Day?
I don't. Well, technically, in a way. In a sense of I will buy my daughter a headband and, of course, the things that she needs for her classroom.
So make sure
that
make sure y'all dusty ass sons know how to treat her daughter. Come on the quasi holiday that she does not celebrate.
Exactly. But as far as anything else, like I don't do anything with her personally. And I don't celebrate it. So even when I was dating men, like that was just like my one thing. Like I'm letting you know, I don't do it. Don't ask me to do stuff. I don't want to get dressed up and go to some overpriced dinner that I can't make any substitutions for, and to be out wearing pink, purple shit, stuff like that. It's just not.
Like you're trying to protect your heart before it got broken.
It's just that one day. I didn't get it. It just wasn't for me. So I just wouldn't do it. And I would tell them, like, take me out on the 17th, on the 11th.
Before it's all crowded and stuff.
Well, no, like not related to that, but don't use one day where you feel like this is where you need to show some type of something for me. Do it on a Tuesday.
That's where I see it as the opposite. So it's like, I don't care if we go out or not. Like Matt and I, we dropped the girls off and then just went out for 2 drinks, came back, picked them up, and they were asleep by 8:30. Like, I don't see it as a day that has to be celebrated. I mean, I think I used to actually, but for me, because everyone gets so wrapped up in the day-to-day, in their world, in their own life, and things that are going on, I think it's just a nice reminder that the world, or that we have a day that is set for love. Like, you know how sometimes you have to pencil in date night, or you have to pencil in like, okay, every Wednesday at 4 p.m., we're going to make sure we have sex on this day. Sometimes you got to pencil things in. I don't do that. We just go. But sometimes you have to pencil things in, and it's just, some people need that reminder, like, oh shoot, I love you. I haven't shown that in a while. This is a good reminder for me to show that. So I think that's how I look at it for those people who may not have time to, or may not be able to give gifts just randomly throughout the year. It's this one date that's set to remind the world to stop and remember love. And for me, I found that a lot of people don't even know the story of Saint Valentine, and someone will correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, but it's like back in, I guess, the royal days, or there was a war going on, if I remember correctly, and that all the marriages were halted. So because he needed the men to fight. So men would come, if like unmarried men or something, I can't remember the specifics, but Saint Valentine would hold weddings in secret. And he was beheaded for that. And so they remember him for the love that he showed to these people who were in love, that wanted to show their love, to want to share their love. And so I think of it as, it is a day to remind everyone to just slow down and remember to show your love. It's nice.
That's sweet.
It's sweet. What do you guys think? Do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day? Is it something that you're like, oh, it's just quasi holiday? Like, I don't want to do, it's a Hallmark holiday. Let us know in the comments below.
I will say this, even though I don't celebrate, and we can sign off on this, when I had a daughter, I told my husband, because I saw it from my brother, he takes his daughters out on Valentine's Day and gives them like a dinner. So I said, when we have our daughter, that's what I want you to do. We don't do anything, but I want her out. Yeah, I want you to shower her and take her out. For Valentine's Day. So that's what he does now.
That's
so
lovely.
I didn't go to school. I didn't do any of that shit where it's just like bring stuff.
He did all of it.
Yeah. I didn't let him bring any stuff, but he went and bought her flowers and all that stuff. And he did the whole school stuff where you sit in a classroom, eat some bullshit, drink some shit, and bring your child home. He did all that stuff with her, but yeah, mommy's not going to do any of that stuff, but I'm going to get her ready and do stuff like that. She'll say it to me. I'll say it to her. But yeah, I made it more so if you're wanting to show that affection, that I want her to be able to have that, because, she's a child. She's into all that stuff where it's like fun and it's a holiday, because she was looking forward to it. So yeah, so we'll leave that to you guys. How do you feel about Valentine's Day? Is it, as she said before, do you feel closer to how I feel about it, or are you someone who can appreciate the moment to take a time with your loved ones or someone that you care for, to spend time with them on this one designated day.
It's this one that you can remember to do so, and you got to do it on. Y'all be blessed. I'm
Right.
done talking.
We out.